Let's see where we're at here. It only seemed fitting that, you're your failure, Naomi. Oh, yeah. Hi. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Why'd I say that? That wasn't my other self. I just got lost in the rush of the match. Himiko, I'm so proud of you. It was a tough battle, but you reacted well to every move and proved your dedication to our cause. Is that what this was about? It was all just some practice match? Like the sort... The Wings of Eden will be counting on your support now that Himiko has emerged victorious. This battle was legitimate, and the wagers must be upheld. Isn't that right? I believe it's time to begin negotiations. Are you ready to discuss terms? I'd like to leave now. Excuse me? I'll uphold my ends soon, don't worry. I don't feel safe here. I'd like to go. We'll meet in a public location to talk about defense for your esteemed members. That's not going to happen. Himiko won, so you'll stay right there and listen to our terms. No. Himiko, I'd like you to leave the room. What? You won't want to see what happens next, trust me. Oh boy, are you threatening me? I said I would do what you asked, but it can't be now. It's not right. You're well aware of what I'm capable of, Naomi. Don't test me. I can't be here. Not now. I'll just get going now. There's something else going on, isn't there? No, I just want to go home. I'm not feeling well. You're lying to me. Is this starting to scare me? Tell me the truth this instant or you'll never leave here alive. It's nothing, okay? Mom, there's no need for this. Just let her go. Don't disobey my orders, Himiko. Leave this room. Huh, I see now. This life isn't for you, Himiko. I don't know what you're doing here, but you should run as far away from this place as you can. Don't listen to her. She's just trying to tear us apart. You need to get out of this room and find Kana. I'll find the two of you once I've settled things here. All right. But Mom, don't do anything you'll regret. Angry face. You're misunderstanding, kid. Himiko Masaki hasn't had a single regret for the past 5 years. You're right to question her. She follows no moral code and will stop at nothing to further her agenda. Now go and let my death be a lesson to you. No, she can't be serious. Himiko wouldn't actually do that, right? Girl, please. Himiko, go. Kana, something serious is happening in the back of the warehouse. Let me guess. Himiko is threatening to kill Naomi. That's right. We can't let her go that far. Himiko, relax. This isn't the first time she's talked like that. But she wanted information. She believed that Naomi was lying to her. Her mother wouldn't actually go through with it. Not with us around, at least. Think about it, Himiko. She wants us to stay, right? She wouldn't make the Wings of Eden appear too violent when we've only just arrived. She wants to make the group seem favorable. Can't believe this. Is she really trying to justify it? You don't understand. I fear for Naomi's life. It sounded bad in there. Naomi said that her death would be a lesson for me. Listen. Naomi was the one that helped me evade a harsh sentence last semester. I feel bad for her situation. But right now, she's standing in our way. The whole point of this new operation is to hold nothing back. That's why you don't see any other Shinogi chess players roaming the building. Nobody else has the patience for it anymore. Everyone here, they just want to wage war on the government. They only think about the next assault, the next deadly mission. They don't even think about people like us. They see us as little children who can't even carry guns. Yeah, this is so very different from the Typhoon Initiative that we saw in the flashbacks. Whatever happens in that room, it's not our fault. You haven't killed anyone, and nobody will blame you for letting it happen. We're just meant to follow orders and trust that by the end of it all, we'll have removed the corruption from Japan. Huh. So you really don't care whether Naomi lives or dies? This is the real fight now, Himiko. Lives will have to be sacrificed if we want to make any real progress. I'm not happy about it, but it's the truth. Don't know what else I was expecting. It still shakes me to the core. Is this really what everyone here believes? In the meantime, there's something more important you should see. The device we talked about yesterday. It's right here. The machine that can receive drone command signals. That's right. There's no one around since they lowered security for the building. And Yuko is preoccupied with Naomi. If you ask me, this would be the perfect time to snoop around. Are you sure it's safe? Yes, I am. I was walking around that room earlier and no one batted an eye. A chance to investigate the device that's crucial to Yuko's plan. We may not get another opportunity like this. Alright, let's check it out. See, Himiko? This is what teamwork looks like. Just act casual like you belong here. This giant thing's what you're talking about? That's right. It's not meant to resemble a typical security machine. I believe the signal array was made larger to accommodate a huge number of wavelengths. The processor seems oversized, too. Ah. Right, it looks like there's an interface right over there. Do you think it works? Guess there's only one way to find out. I'll do the honors if you don't mind. Let's start tinkering. Strange machinery. What could go wrong? Oh, cutscene? Whoa! Well, that's concerning.
Stay back. It's an ambush.
Hi! Hello there, man.
Get down.
Oh, God! No!
No, no, no. Why? What's going on? I can't breathe. I can't think.
We almost died. So yeah, Yuko, like, definitely uncovered a third personality there at the end of that chess game. Not Mystic Eyes of Chess Perception, not her normal blue, that just pure dark. You know what that resembled? Her mom's eyes. We could still die, right? It was shooting at us. What was this all for? Why am I here? Reality check time? Himiko, I think it's over. We have to move. Yuko can't know about this. No. Can't be here. I can't die here. There's so much left I have to do. Himiko, quickly, come on. Hi. There you are. Are you two okay? Can't do anything. No. What happened to the machine? It's destroyed. That soldier on the roof nearby nearly got us. We're lucky to be alive. Bastards. They do it on purpose. We needed that. It's one of those splitter cells. This isn't the first time they've come after our territory. And Naomi. She knew they were coming somehow. She was helping them, right? She was a part of this. I should have known. She's just a damn pawn like all the others. There's no time for that. We have to secure the area and make sure there aren't any hostiles remaining. Traitor snakes. All of them. Both of you, follow me. We repelled yet another attempt to destroy the Wings of Eden. Those that lost their lives in the struggle will forever be remembered as heroes who gave everything they had for the cause. And those who remain must accept this loss in stride and fight even harder in the battles ahead. Ask yourselves, who will wage this war if not us? Who will be responsible for the change we so desperately wish to make in this world? In order to make our Eden a reality, we must be willing to sacrifice everything we have. We will sacrifice our lives, our decency, and our humanity for the cause. This dedication is what will fuel the flames of our rebellion until every last opponent has fallen before us. This is what they are? This is what my mother has become? Did you have something to did you have something to add, Himiko? Naomi, what happened to her? What did you do to her? Traitors like Naomi Saito get what they deserve. See for yourself. What? I shot her, Himiko. It was a clean hit, right through the arm. She'll survive, but I don't think she'll be recovering anytime soon. Let this be a lesson to everyone here. If you feel any doubt about our cause, if you even dare to think about betraying our group, you will meet the same fate. She's threatening everyone? Does that mean... Could she suspect that I'm not being genuine either? You can't do that. Naomi was unarmed. Naomi made her choice the moment she decided to report our location to whatever rival faction just ambushed us. But, can you really prove that? Did she confess? Nobody will doubt my deduction. It's clear what she was. What isn't clear is how you two can feel so protective over her. If I'm wrong, she's still nothing to us. Anyone who dares to stand in our way will be met with the full force of our power. Can't take this. In which case, I believe it's time for another test. Himiko, I think you'll be the perfect candidate for this next mission, right? Naomi is waiting at the infirmary. I'd like you to put an end to her life. No, don't do this. I don't understand the hesitation. You're part of the Wings of Eden, right? It's a crime. It's not right. We're all criminals here. Or have you forgotten? This isn't your high school, Himiko. This is the real fight. You have to be willing to kill if you're going to be a part of this resistance. Everyone in this room has done so, except you. Oh. No, it's all falling apart. You're sick. This isn't freedom. The path to freedom is carved through sheer will. You can't perform this task. You have no right to be here. Can't seriously consider that, can I? On the other hand, uh-oh. No, what am I doing? This can't happen like this. Yuko deserves it, not Naomi. Sister. What it takes to get in the same room as her, then I'll have my chance. Smell, Himiko. Without the eyes, I can end this rebellion right here, but not like this. Then kill Naomi instead. It would mean she'd trust you, right? All I have to do is accept a proposal and strike when the time is right. Well, what's your answer? Mother, you're the only one I want to kill. Woo! I'm afraid this is it, Himiko. Leave and don't come back. If you report us to the authorities, we'll know. We'll come for you. You don't have to worry about that. I wouldn't want anyone else spoiling the fun, after all. This can't be happening. I just wish things could have been different. I've failed you for the last time, Himiko. I'm done being a mother. Counterback, like, what? But I want a mother? Good riddance. Well, made as far as I could from the warehouse. It was a mistake to think that Yuko could change her ways so easily. Nothing I said could ever get through to her. She's obsessed with violence and loyalty. Her group is nothing more than a cult, waiting to unleash their rage upon the world. That battle was horrifying. I can't even process what happened. At least I know that something good has come of it. With the destruction of that machine, I can hope that Yuko's plan is in shambles. It was her only way to acquire the needed server key. Is that it then? Is this the end of her scheme? No, I should know better by this point. She'll come up with something else. Something worse than before. This will only end when the wings of Eden have been eradicated from this world. When my mother is dead. In the meantime, I need to recover from everything that happened and formulate a plan of attack. I must be patient. In this unwavering certainty, I will forge a path toward a future of my design, no matter how long it takes. Whew. The next day, back to school. And the chess club president duties we've been shirking, and our club who probably still hates us. Can you believe it? The police are on campus again. No way, what is happening to the school? But they're still after that terrorist Sume Kiyoshi. Well, it looks like this place is still in chaos. I should just expect it by this point. I missed a lot of classes, Yui. I'll have a lot of work to catch up on. I missed a lot of classes moonlighting as a terrorist, and there's still the Shinogi Chess Club to worry about. I hope they've been able to run things without me. I mean, you've been president, you've been absent for 2 days. President and vice president are gone. They haven't been running anything. Hey, there you are. We were worried sick about you. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You really scared us. Aiko and I were about to call the authorities. It's not necessary. I just decided to part ways with my mother. Oh, I see. I'm guessing things didn't go smoothly then. It's my fault that you tried something so risky. It was a mistake to suggest it. No, don't worry. I'm glad I went to see her. It showed me just what kind of person she's become these past 5 years. Anyway, if you feel like talking about it, you can make a report back at the club room. I think for now I'd just like to be alone. Are you sure? This all seems like too much for one person to handle alone. I said I'm fine, Kaide. She keeps flip-flopping back and forth. I have to get my homeroom. Get out of my way. This girl is immune to positive growth. Hey, did you hear? The detectives went into the basement. No way, do you think they're looking for traces of Sume? I doubt it. She's been absent since she played that game last week. I bet it was another break-in. The same thing happened last semester. Something bad is happening, and I have this sinking feeling. But I already know the person responsible. Himiko Masaki, please come to the office. Attention, Himiko Masaki and Kaito Sakura, please report to the drone workshop at the earliest opportunity. Huh? Why is it always me? Himiko's in trouble. No, wait, he's probably a criminal hunter. Need her expertise in solving crimes. Oh, hey. I should head down there right away. This sounds important. And Kaito. Is Kaito returning to the plot? Uh-oh. Mr. Cross, what happened? Oh, Himiko, just on time. Blood! Calvin was just explaining the crime scene as he best understands it. Crime scene? That means... Mr. Takasi okay? I'm afraid he's been reported missing as of this morning. There's been no updates yet. No, why would someone go after Aikawa? Let's back this up a little bit and get the facts straight. Why did you call the two of us down here? Why? Well, it's because you two always seem to be on top of things when something like this happens. More to the point, I think you may again prove useful to my investigation due to the findings you've uncovered as of late. It's my understanding that Himiko has been taking programming lessons from Mr. Takase this past semester. She might know something important. And both of you tend to work as a team, right? Not lately. That is true. In that case, Kaito, I'd like to ask if you could retrieve my legal books. Your what? Please, head to the main office and retrieve them for me, will you? It should only take a few minutes. What is this? Well, see you, Kaito. Fine, I'll be right back. Great, now we can talk in private. Wow, that must have been demoralizing for Kaito. Reduced to a below extra. But he was so vital in the first game. He's now just beyond a side character at this point. So why is it that he said you don't work together? High school drama, perhaps? Relationship trouble? No, nothing like that. I'm moving up in the world, Calvin. There's just been a lot of tension in this Shinogi Chess Club after that whole ordeal with Sume. I see. I won't pry, but as it so happens, the reason I called you down here is because I believe Sume is somehow involved with this incident. What you told me about last week bothered me. I did some more digging into Sume's life and recent history. My team discovered that Miss Kiyoshi has been siphoning money from her parents' bank accounts to the tune of 200 million yen! 200 million? That's insane! What could she be doing with all that? I heard that she hadn't shown up to class the past 2 days. Would she have gone on the run with it to evade the police? I have to imagine she wouldn't need that much just to survive in the streets. But it's true that we haven't been able to locate her. I don't understand. How does that relate to Aikawa's disappearance? We viewed the security footage from the camera over there. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything that could point to a solution. What we did find was Sume Kiyoshi. She was the last person to visit this room before Mr. Takase went missing. You saw Sume in this room? Then you think she's responsible? It's too early to say, but her ties to the Wings of Eden can't bode well for her case. Sume's been out of school for days. If she came back just to visit Aikawa, it must be important. Hi, Kaito. Welcome back to the plot. I brought you books, Mr. Cross. Would you like to read them now? Maybe later. Until new information is made available on the situation, we'll have to make do with what's available in this room. Himiko, search the area for clues and anything you think could be relevant to your previous findings. Right. Try my best. Kaito and I will remain here to discuss other leads. Any luck we may be able to piece this whole thing together. The school's entrusted me to find their missing drone expert. Do anything in my power to accomplish this task. And we'll do everything we can to support you. You better start looking around, Himiko. Well, shit, alright. Bullet hole. Huh? Is this a bullet hole? It is indeed. We've already analyzed the projectile and determined the model of the weapon that fired it. It was shot from a Viper X50, or I should say a heavily modified one. Sounds intense. What kind of gun is that? It's a ballistic handgun, a pistol. We saw Yuko firing a pistol. If I had to guess, it was originally manufactured by Sada Security. They're responsible for many of the firearms currently used in Japan. Unfortunately, the modifications make it difficult to pinpoint anything beyond that. The pistol was fired in this room. That can't bode well. If we're lucky, it will just turn out to have been a warning shot. I can't shake the feeling that it signifies something worse. We've analyzed the angle of trajectory as well. The shooter was standing between there and the bullet hole. Oh, the pool of blood? This is horrible. I'll have to keep note of this fact. Bullet hole. The shot was fired from a Viper X50, apparently. It's deadly, doesn't it? I wonder who comes up with these names. Yeah. Blueprints? Aikawa schematics. I remember seeing these last semester. Is this a weapon? Why would he be designing something like that? Guess that sort of stuff just comes with the territory of working with militarized defense systems. SSI sure offers their employees a lot of freedom, but at what cost? This could be dangerous in the wrong hands. The schematics that Mr. Takase is working on say it's important that they've been left out in the open, but this sounds pretty normal for Aikawa. He's a mess. Blood. Ah, pool of blood. This is awful. Could it be Aikawa's? If so, that means... Ah, that caught your eye, right? Our team has already analyzed the DNA in the sample. We're pretty confident that it is Mr. Takase's blood. No. Then is he dead? Well, let's not go that far. Look, this is enough blood to prove fatal under normal circumstances. Well, I suppose internal damage wouldn't make a huge scene either. Scratch that last statement. So yes, he could be dead, but probably not. What an inspiring and hopeful explanation. Don't want to race to conclusions too quickly, but if Sume is involved, why would she do this? Guess I'll just have to keep note of it and move on. Aikawa lost blood here, but I don't see any trailing off past this spot. Means his wounds could have been treated right here. Maybe he was carried out of the room in a way that stopped the bleeding. Should remain hopeful until there's a reason to think otherwise. Aikawa's blood. He must have been in a lot of pain. Still, I can't think the worst just yet. Must be something we can do to uncover the truth of what happened here. Mr. Takase's tools. He always seems to have them ready in case a drone malfunctions. Wait a minute. Where's this ID card? The same one I stole last semester. There's no way he would just leave without this stuff. It's likely he was taken against his will. Or worse, I hope he's alright. I think that's everything there's to see in terms of relevant evidence. I should speak to Mr. Cross when I'm ready to continue. Mr. Takase's tools and his Yoshino ID card. The fact that he left those here can only mean something terrible has happened to him. Well, that or one of those hidden turtles simply stole it from me before he made his departure. My guess is on the former, though. Hidden turtles. Oh, Kaito. I didn't care about Easter eggs. I could or couldn't care less about these. Anyways, moving on. Thank you for those. Nothing here about Kaito's relevance to the plot. Oh, there's a little turtle. Oh, this is good. The hidden turtle is safe. Now, is there anything in this turtle can confirm for me? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Please explain your secrets. Oh my god, hidden turtle, please explain your secrets. What? Darn, no luck. Maybe I was too rude in my approach. Turtle, listen! If you don't cooperate, I'll have to use deadly force. Himiko, what's going on over there? You win this time, Tortoise, but I'll be back. I don't think this turtle can provide any more information about the crime, but at least I tried. This isn't any sort of inside joke or anything, I just have a weird sense of humor. I'm sorry! In the corner of shame with you. This is insane. Am I really looking at a door? Somebody stop the presses! This is a life-shattering discovery that reveals the boundaries of a 3D level. Cheeky. Oh, it's me. Huh? Hi, Kaito. We're still not on speaking terms. Ah, there you are. Seems like you've investigated everything, right? You ready to review what we know so far? Yeah. I'm ready to go over the evidence. Perfect. Let's begin with a simple question. Was Mr. Toxie taken away from us by force, or did he leave of his own volition? This is a crucial element. He did. Could it be that he's deceased? Is that too morbid to consider? Well, yes, but more to the point. The question was about the reason behind his disappearance, not his current state of existence. Oh, right. Abducted. I believe Aikawa was taken against his will, or forced to leave. Reasoning for this involves two pieces of evidence. One is the obvious blood pool that suggests he suffered an injury. The other is the fact that his tools and his ID card are still here. Normally he'd take those with him. An excellent deduction. Yes, I've come with the same conclusion. If Aikawa was taken from this school by force, that means this is definitely a crime scene. So is he trying to convince me or himself that his work is important? That's just the start, though. We need to determine who is responsible for this act, and for that we'll need to analyze the clues more thoroughly. So to the blood pool, we know that his own blood now stains the floor of this room. Despicable. What a way to ruin a perfectly pristine cement floor panel. That is, he's still able to lighten the mood in this horrible situation. That begs the question, how did Aikawa get injured? What caused his blood to hit the floor? Based on the evidence in this room, I'd like you to give your best guess. Weird how they described it as because they described it as the trajectory coming from, which is the trajectory of the bullet came from the blood pool. Makes me think that Aikawa shot and then got hurt. Actually, I don't think it's possible to determine what caused his injury just yet. Based on the angle of trajectory you described when I inspected the bullet hole, someone shooting would have to be past the blood pool. In order for that same shot to have hit Aikawa, being anything else would have resulted in a different angle. The only thing past the blood pool is that firing range, which is behind unshattered glass. Furthermore, there was no traces of blood anywhere else in the room. It means we can't determine the weapon used just yet. Astounding. That's exactly what I concluded. It's exactly the kind of open mind you need in order to become an expert investigator. Sometimes there is no answer to find. Is the mystery-solving lesson over then? You still haven't told us how this all points to a culprit. My assumption is this. Whoever forced Aikawa out of this room was not affiliated with Yoshino High School. This is how professionals work. There are no fingerprints left behind, no weapon to be found, and no traces of forced entry. I'm afraid we'll need to escalate this with the police in order to uncover more leads. You don't have the resources to figure this out. Poor Mr. Takase, I can't even imagine what he must be going through. This is completely absurd. A member of our staff is missing and we can't do anything about it. The school seems to believe that I'm the best person to perform the first sweep of scenes like this, but don't worry. I'll cooperate with the police. We'll find the truth of the situation, I can assure you. Great. In the meantime, I should return to class. I'll see you at the meeting, Himiko. See you later, Kaito. Guess things will continue to be complicated for you two. Yeah. Well, with him gone, I'd like to again discuss the possibility that Sume Kiyoshi is the one responsible for these events. As I mentioned before, I have a suspicion that the Wings of Eden are involved with this kidnapping, and Sume must have been the catalyst. I can't discount that possibility. Before our match last week, she actually told me that the recording we heard on the net was real. She confessed it to you. That's right. And you were too slow to act on it. She evaded detainment because the police didn't have an official warrant. Now she's on the run and we have no way to find her. We'll just have to see what the authorities can do about it. It definitely points to her involvement, but the more interesting question might be why they needed Aikawa in the first place. It's just a small chance, but could it be Ace B? I remember this from the computer that was left in the gymnasium. This could be my only chance to ask about the subject. Mr. Cross, I've been reading the book I checked out from the library, and I've seen that acronym pop up a few times now. I know that Conrad Cross was crucial in its development, but what is Ace B? Is it sort of artificial is it some sort of artificial intelligence? Right, I suppose I owe you an explanation. Ace B is often misunderstood by the general public. It's not an AI model like you might have heard, it's actually a virus. Computer virus? That's right, it stands for Ace bias. Ah. Interesting. During my great-grandfather's time, a machine called Ace was used to oversee a number of trials in the US. That's around the time when mystery solving became mainstream in the assistance guild that Ayako follows had formed. While this AI brought out a host of controversies within the judicial system, it often acted as rationally as was expected for these cases. Problem is, this rational behavior was exactly the problem for certain individuals who were looking to get away with crimes. The idea of using a computer program to host a trial sounded promising to the Judicial Council. With an easily replicated and sophisticated piece of software, this machine could be deployed across the country to handle countless situations. They believed that this was the push needed to finally handle the absurd amount of backlogged cases from decades prior. This ease of use came at a cost. Yuko's war against the reliance of technology is coming to mind here. Ace could be tampered with in methods unknown to those in the courtroom, which resulted in unfair judgments. My ancestor, Conrad Cross, is one of the people responsible for this disaster. But I understand why Calvin felt so strongly about protecting his family name last semester. They've been through a lot, it seems. Yeah, definitely. This virus utilized a novel technique which affected the AI's training data. It biased the output of Ace's decisions, and hence the name. While it was intended to stop there, the method behind this tampering was quickly copied and used across the world. Where there is one vulnerability, there will be many who use it and expand on it, and make it even more disastrous. What we call Ace B is actually a technique for infecting AI models, not a specific virus. Every AI we use today is at risk because of it. The scourge of Ace B has been my subject of study for the longest time. It's a war waged through the spread of information. My worry is that groups like the Wings of Eden could acquire the knowledge of how it works and threaten the world with it. I want to destroy all traces of Ace B and atone for my family's actions. It's the only way to keep society functioning. I never realized the situation was this dire. Nowadays, a hazy truth has come to light about what happened all those years ago. Without the details, I'm no closer to understanding how Ace B actually works. Then there's the fact that public opinion is not so easily changed. Conrad Cross is still revered as the best lawyer of all time, despite his many flaws, and it's my fault. You mean, you've defended him by protecting your family's secrets? That's right. I've been conflicted on the matter, so I've been mostly keeping this investigation to myself. But surely you'd acquire support for your cause if you went public with this whole Ace B thing, right? You're a celebrity.
Objection!
Oh, and here I thought you had forgotten about that. That won't work. Remember, this is a war waged with information. But when I tell everyone about this threat, the more likely our enemies will go looking for it. Right. Guess you wouldn't want to give them any ideas. That's why it's best that I look into this matter on my own. If someone goes in looking in the wrong places, it could set off a chain reaction. So to bring this whole thing back on topic, you fear that Aikawa might know how to construct an Ace-B virus. Precisely. If the Wings of Eden are after that, it might already be too late. Wow. Thank you for the existential dread. No problem. But it seems I've kept you for far too long. You should get back to class. Right. Thank you for explaining all this to me. Thank you for listening. It's not often that I'm able to trust this sort of information to anyone. I think one day you'll become an expert investigator, just like me. We'll see about that. That is, if I don't kill my mother and become Mr. X ruling the world. Before that, we'll see what happens. It is still very much up in the air what the hell she's going to do. Sume could still be involved in the Wings of Eden. Yugo might have captured Aikawa, and a mysterious virus looms over us. Yeah, I think I've had enough dilemmas for one day. Now that I'm back in school, I should make sure the Shinogi Chess Club is running smoothly without Sume at the helm. As the official president of the club, I'll have to decide our schedule and operational focus, among other things. Whatever ends up happening, I know that today's proceedings will prove how competent I am as a leader compared to It's gonna be a disaster. It's the path to complete control over Yoshino High School. Girl is still a walking mess of pain. And still a walking mess of agonizing decisions. Kaito? I've had enough of it, Kaito. Hold on. She's here. What's going on? They're gonna take the club from me. Hey everyone, is everything okay? Yes, you were just discussing the future of the club. Yes, I was worried that you wouldn't return. The drama from last week was spicier than one of my 2-season anime. Of course I'd want to be here with you guys. We're gonna need to work together to get things back to normal, right? With Sume out of the picture, we won't have to worry about her unrealistic expectations. Thanks to the wager we made, the future of the club is secured. And I'll happily lead the group like I did before. Himiko, you are fucking... Well, that's great. But where were you the past few days? You were thinking that maybe you wanted to put it all behind you. No, that's it. I was just busy with something else. Himiko, you and your secrets, and you think you're gonna make this work, and you're wrong. This again. Himiko, you need to tell us what's going on. We're your friends. It's nothing. Really, Himiko. I've tried to give it a chance, but how are we supposed to feel when this keeps happening? You played that round with me because you wanted information on your mother, regardless of the cost of the club. And when Sume returned, you were determined to go down the warpath. You didn't bother to think of any other way to deal with the situation. That outburst during the club meeting last week, you don't even want to think about it. Not exactly sure what happened between you two to cause all this disdain. I can make a few guesses. It was jealousy that drove you two to make that wager, and all of it was done behind our backs. You both wanted control of the Shinogi Chess Club, and neither of you could consider an approach that left everyone happy. This town wasn't big enough for the two of you. After Sume left the club, you started vanishing off campus to do whatever it is you're up to. That was just... Himiko, don't even. So was it all for nothing? Were you so sick of her that you decided to leave it all behind? Or was Sume right when she spoke about you after that game? Were you just using us to acquire power? Do you not care about what happens in this room? She either snaps and destroys everything, or no, you have it all wrong. No, you don't. Then prove it, Himiko. Tell us what you were doing yesterday. The truth will set you free, literally. No more excuses. If you're certain your desire to lead this club, we have to be able to trust you. Leaders should be able to look at those who follow and tell them what's happening with full transparency. No, I can feel my other self screaming, boiling with rage. Will I have to suffer from these two directions for the rest of my life? Or will I be able to confront these fears as one mind? There's only one way to settle the constant paradox within my head. There's only one way to eliminate the uncertainty and start truly moving toward the destination I've yearned for. Oh god, yes, it's so simple. Why didn't I see it before? I have to put everything behind me and choose here and now. Let nothing get in the way of my goals. This is what happened to Yuko, isn't it? She put her humanity aside for the good of her cause. Oh, this is different. The singular focus is which binds me to my purpose will pave the way for my victory. Resistance to change will shatter, and I will succeed when my mother failed. Therefore, I must unify my thoughts to create a new persona, one that attracts the people I need to achieve my ambitions. That means, if these friends of mine can't accept my actions, they're no longer of use to me. Bring back en passant. What I've been up to these past 2 days is my own business. I can't share the details with you. What? Seriously? After all that, you still won't? I'm the Shinogi Chess Club president now. It was made official last week. So whether you like it or not, this is how I've decided to run things. Even hearing yourself, this is exactly how Sume acted. Enough. That's enough from all of you. Can't you see that she's going through a lot right now? None of you are supporting her, you're just tearing her down. She deserves... you're enabling bad decisions. Himiko went out of her way to remove Sume from position because she believed it would have torn this club apart. Now you're upset that she hasn't been here, after all that trauma the last president caused. You don't have to defend her. Himiko deserves your respect, because she was the one that actually stood up to the injustice you faced. She's the Shinogi Chess Club president now, but she's human just like the rest of us. She needs time. Can she? Standing up for me? After everything I've done? All of you just need to be patient. Miko can become an incredible leader if you just give her a chance. Worthless criminal, we shouldn't have let you join. Please, give Himiko some space. We'll figure this out, I promise. Nothing more to be said, I suppose. This is agonizing. Kenshi, you didn't have to do that. They weren't treating you fairly, so I had to step up. I've had this all wrong, Himiko. Well, I felt like an outcast ever since I stepped foot in this room. It's that outside perspective which helped me see clearly. There's no reason to put up with this. They're questioning you for no good reason. I think they have a very good reason. I'm on their side. I don't blame them. I felt like I've let everyone down as of late. You have. That's not true and you know it. You've done nothing wrong. You've done many things wrong. You've done many things wrong. Still, I feel like I should explain myself to them. Yes, you should. You don't have to talk to the other club members if you don't want to. It's alright. It'll at least provide some closure on the situation. And help to clarify where I stand in this whole rebellion business. You must be concerned about my search for Yuka. I guess you're right, but at least come back and talk to me once you've made your rounds so we can discuss this. Will do. And Kenshi, thank you. My pleasure, Madam President. Just Himiko is fine, please. It's like always. I can't take this right now. Again, it's that awkward for me personally situation where I want to make it clear that it's the constant downward spiral she is on here is agonizing to me personally. And I can't take this right now. Oh, God.